It is good to be back.
Yeah.
Man,
oh man.
our jobs, crazy. Your job, crazy. My job, crazy. Then I decided to leave the state for a week in the middle of that.
Yeah.
Wolverines playoffs start next week. I literally won't know when I'm able to be at work and when I'm going to be in a state. I don't know what state I'll be in. I don't know how long it's going to happen. But that's playoff hockey season, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to embrace it.
Embrace it.
Yes. My laptop's dead.
This is how prepared. We're so prepared.
Welcome to the house, episode 69. If you need homeless or at-risk youth services, you can take it to my house.
My house?
My house?
Take it to my
You can
house?
take it to my house. 300 North Willow Street, downtown Wasilla. Soon to also be at 800 North Wasilla Fishhook Lane.
Whoop, whoop.
Watch the My House YouTube channel. Check out our virtual walkthrough of the Carson Cottle Center. It has taken over my life. It has taken over Brian's life. But we are able to be here today and talk about sports.
We're here for it.
For a little bit.
Yeah, I love that.
We're very happy to be back.
Nobody wants to hear about the start of Dodgers baseball.
Save it.
The Dodgers Baseball League. Nobody wants to hear about
Wait, what are we starting with again?
That's
baseball?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Brian, so much has happened.
So much.
So 3 weeks, month that
so much has happened. We've
been consumed by work.
We have missed a lot.
We've missed a lot. So you have given me permission for a light baseball section. How much time am I allowed?
You're only if you refer to it as the DMLB.
First of all, you could have just said refer to it as DMLB. DMLB was right there, low hanging fruit. And you dropped it.
I did. That's what I said.
You said the DMLB.
Whatever.
Sound like an idiot. And you sound like an idiot for calling it that too. You're very entitled.
I'm entitled.
You're very entitled.
I just bought a baby blue truck this year. I bleed blue. It's not my fault that we have taken over Major League Baseball.
This doesn't count for my time, right?
We're not here to take
the whole
part.
Dodgers thing that you're doing right now. This doesn't count for my time.
It does count.
Then shut up about the Dodgers. I don't care.
8-2, baby, beating the Blue Jays right now.
You know what's funny about this though? Is I don't think
you would think, hey, I want to come back into this series with some revenge. You would think that, hey, don't matter what you want, because you're in Dodgers world, baby. You're in the Dodgers world.
Are you done? I regret doing this with you already. We should have let it die. Should have put the nail in the coffin like a sick puppy. It's all right, to the house. Look at the rabbits. Just look at the rabbits.
Dude, did you see that Diamondback pitcher almost beat up the ump?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
ABS is awesome.
I watched the lip reading guy. Have you seen it?
John Boy? Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it, dude. I was dying laughing. The massaging of the hand with staring into another man's soul, I'm just going to say is really weird behavior.
That is weird. I love ABS. I love baseball. Baseball opening day was when we were in Vegas.
Yeah.
So I was watching like 10 games at once in the sportsbook section. It was incredible. Also, in the time that we were gone, quick shout out to the Genslers, who are loyal watchers of NATV, the Anchorage Wolverines on NATV. Their son, Duke Gensler, plays for the team. They're from Los Angeles. And for Parents Weekend, they surprised my color commentator Parker and myself with brand new, very expensive Los Angeles Dodgers hoodies that I had to wear on stream.
It's a great time. We met some of the fantastic parents of the players.
Yeah, should we get this over with?
I think we should.
We have a care package here from the Genslers. There's we got some hacky sacks.
Some hacky sacks.
Little hacky sack pregame. There's
we
a couple
go.
of those. Let's see, like 3 of them. I don't even know what we're going to do with all these. There's some clothing items in here, Parker. These are...
oh, goody.
I got to say, these are pretty good quality. I think that's the large, actually. That one might be mine.
And here they are right now.
And, there they are. Do they want to come over here?
Yeah, you want to...
Yeah, just in time.
Just in time.
This is a schmedium.
Yeah.
So that's going to be you.
Just in time.
Yeah, I gotta This is disgusting. This is horrible.
I will wear this, though. This is high quality.
Yeah, I
like this.
Like, this is a really nice hoodie, so don't think that I'm not going to wear it.
But
do know I will not leave my house with this on. Were we supposed to, like, are we supposed to, like, play with this during intermission? Have something to do? I mean, after a period like that, maybe some hacky sack could keep us entertained.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not very good at it, but I'll give it a run.
I'm awful at it. No coordination. Zero coordination.
Zero coordination.
Well, thanks to the Genslers for my wife's new favorite at-home hoodie. We're glad to have them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
the Aussie clip that and put it in here.
I actually do have the video
Dodgers
clipped.
League, dude.
I do have the video clipped. I'll send it to
gosh.
Ozzy. And what's even better is so Duke with the Wolverines gives me the package from them before the game. So we take it up to the booth.
Yeah.
And we know what's coming. So we pull it out for the first intermission bit, and they literally come up the stairs and start laughing at us as we pull the hoodies out of the bag. It's like, thanks, guys.
Thanks. Yeah.
I already got an email from Mr. Gensler saying, Dodgers year, baby, something, something, blah, blah, blah.
3-peat coming soon.
Whatever.
3-peat.
Also, shout out to the Anchorage Wolverines. I know this is supposed to be the baseball section.
Yeah, what are we doing? You've lost all of your time. You have one more minute.
Goalie fight in the Wolverines game.
That was pretty sick.
Second to last game.
That was pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. That was
the
anarchy.
playoffs.
Oh, there's a cross-check in the back from Utenens, and that's 2 minutes for you can't do that. And now, Ray and McKenna want to go at it, and everybody's looking to settle some old scores all of a sudden. Just a reminder that these two teams play each other again tomorrow. Ray and Lobenwein are still entangled.
Oh, here comes Matviev.
Utenens is escorted to the sin bin. Bjornsson is given a bit of a stinky glove to
here we go!
McIntosh. And here comes Drake Owens out of the cage to battle with McCluth at center ice. They touch gloves, and now they are going to have a showdown. It's prime time here on Saturday night. Owens with 3 rights. He's got the left on McCluth. He beats him with 2 more. The two of them tangle up, and Owens gets on top of McCluth at the center dot.
And Drake Owens comes into this game. He sees what's going on down in the other end. Him and McCluth look at each other a few times and decide, you know what? Let's go ahead and throw some hands.
That was crazy.
That,
it's
that whole play was
5-on-5 Donnybrook, and then the goalies say we're going to go to center ice and beat the brakes off of each other.
That was crazy.
I'll have Ozzy put that clip in there too.
Yeah,
What'd you think of the call? What'd you think of the play-by-play?
The play-by-play was it was good. It really enhanced it. I wish whoever was on camera really amplified how much else was going on.
They were too zoomed in. The whole ice was a disaster.
Ice was just, hey, no, you come here. Not. I watched one dude try to like chop someone with his hockey stick. And the ref's like, hey, man, hey.
There's only 3 refs, and there was 5 separate fights going on.
Yeah,
and then the goalies made it 6 fights when they started going.
Yeah, that was a gangster move.
Did you think Parker had the appropriate level of enthusiasm?
I did. Shout out to Parker. That was good. I was fully immersed in that moment.
Great. So. Okay, so anyway, to continue our baseball conversation, listen,
dude.
It's a 162 game season.
Yeah, we played. You guys have played 11 games. What are you? You're crying already, and I'm like, you've played 11 games.
I'm really trying to be patient.
I get that you're on
Bryan,
a 3-game losing streak. You're on a 3-game losing streak. That sucks. But there's 100 and some more games left to go.
I guess what? Okay.
Do you think the
the Blue Jays have lost 5 in a row?
You think the Angels are going to stay where they're at? No. The Texas Rangers?
Well, but okay, what's annoying is that those teams are there because they've beaten the Mariners.
Yeah.
What's also annoying is that the guys that are big guys that are like, we are here.
Didn't the White Sox just have like a crazy walk-off like a couple days ago? Like, it's not.
It's early. It's very early.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay positive. Because you have to think that the big guys that we've signed to be the big guys at the plate turning around.
You are the definition of a fanatic.
However, You know, you remember 2 years ago when we started this and the Mariners could not hit a baseball?
Yeah.
And their pitching was unbelievable. It's
head again.
What I'm very scared about is that somehow we've returned to the Mariners are incapable of hitting a baseball. And I expected Cal Raleigh to regress. I know that Julio can't play baseball till August. Like, I get it. But Cole Young should not be the best player at the plate on this team. I'm really glad that he's here, but please, for the love of God, the guys that are paid to be the big dogs need to start barking.
Yeah.
Because I can't do this again. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. Good news is, you know, my expectations from being sky high have regressed to please just make the playoffs again. So I'm glad we've returned to that. Not a good first 10 games.
Yeah.
But 162 game season. We're right there. What other baseball teams outside of the Dodgers are you interested in this season, if any? Have you been following any of the storylines?
I don't know why you would follow a storyline.
I don't know why I asked you that question.
When we're talking about the
why
DMLB.
I wasted my time
like
asking you that question.
I just don't understand what you think, like what I'm going to be like. I really hope the Athletics figure it out this year.
Well, no, that would be a bad take.
The only thing that really matters is the Dodgers are trying to join history and three-peat.
Okay, can I give you some of the storylines that I'm interested in?
No, we're over. You got 1 minute left.
The Milwaukee Brewers, will they get over the hump? Great regular season team. Will they manage to make a deep run this year?
No.
The Miami
Dodgers league, dude.
The Miami Marlins, up and comer from the NL East, nearly made the playoffs last year. Had a great second half of the season. Will they be able to compete with the big dogs in their division? The New York Mets at again. They missed the playoffs on the last day of the regular season last year. There's some redemption that has to happen in Metland. The Mets, baby, the Mets. Will anyone unseat the Dodgers in the West? Probably not. And will the Yankees be able to get it done in the playoffs? Will the Blue Jays turn the ship around after their slow start? Will the Mariners turn the ship around after their slow start? Will the Tigers figure? I mean, they are struggling out of the gate too. There's a lot of teams in, especially the American League, that had very mediocre beginnings to their season. I guess that's the saving grace for the Mariners is things are wide open right now. But it's April baseball. Right now I have hockey season to distract me. I pray that the Mariners are above 500 by the time that the Stanley Cup playoffs are over, because then that'll be all I have. And I'm staring right down the barrel of that right now. It's not pretty.
All right.
What do you want to talk about next?
Let's switch over to the NBA. There is probably at this point like 3 or 4 games left.
I've been watching some more NBA the last couple
regular
weeks.
season. I don't think you have because you're under a rock. Anyways, I want to give a shout out to the Charlotte Hornets who have just miraculously come back to life, are currently sitting in the 8th seed. It sucks with this new play-in format for a team like the Charlotte Hornets,
right?
Where you could very easily see, you could see Orlando getting hot on a day and beating them.
Yep.
And just kind of wiping away that success that they had this season for a franchise like that. That really does suck. Milwaukee, just cry because Antetokounmpo is gone. He is gone.
Yeah,
you've been eliminated from the playoffs,
and you didn't trade him.
I would be absolutely just floored if he did not end up traded this summer. I just don't see a world where that doesn't happen, unless Milwaukee is just. I don't know. I just don't see that happening. Boston, I feel like Jesse Pinkman. You can't keep getting away with this. Like, this was supposed to be the year that you had to kind of like sit back and watch the rest of the league.
No,
it's not. And now Jason Tatum is back and getting back into form right before the playoffs.
What a crazy turnaround they had.
Like, oh my God.
I feel like I
dude.
looked away. So our break was the last time I looked at the standings. I have been peppering in some games. I've been watching some Victor Wembanyama on Monday nights. I actually watched the Hornets beat whoever it was. I think the Kings like by 40 a couple nights ago. That was crazy.
Yeah.
But I blinked and I looked back at the Eastern Conference and the Celtics are in second place.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
It is nuts. I mean, they just, I don't know, they got Michael Jordan's secret sauce or something and just, I don't know, man. It was crazy. But yeah, so that happened. And then.
Hey, off the court, a lot of exciting talks going on right now. We're this close. We're this close to Isaac caring about basketball. Because the name of the Seattle Supersonics is being whispered in the wind. And unfortunately, the Oklahoma City Thunder locked up first place in the West. And they just better watch their backs when Seattle comes back into the league and takes revenge.
Yeah. And then we go to the West.
Yeah, you go to the West where you're crying about the Lakers who are guaranteed a playoff spot.
Just wait. Okay, so the Lakers,
I'm waiting.
They go on a 9-game winning streak.
I saw that.
Right? Mm-hmm. They lose to Detroit without a Cade Cunningham. It was a really weird game. And then, they beat the teams they're supposed to go on another 4-game winning streak. And then they go into OKC. And I swear I watched that game and I thought the atmosphere, like, shout out to Oklahoma City fans because it felt like a playoff game. It was insane. Like the crowd was rocking and they just absolutely punched the Lakers right in the mouth. Just punched them hard. Probably maybe 6 minutes into the first quarter, Austin Reeves goes up for a ball, kind of extends a little funny, and for probably what is it? I don't know. Definitely the rest of the half, he's like holding at his back. And you're like, oh no.
So this is where like the Dallas Mavericks MRI thing comes into play, right?
Yeah.
Okay, spoilers.
So he's like holding his back and you're like, oh no. Austin Reeves, dude, we have 5 games left. What are we doing here? What has happened? And then, the next quarter, Luka, I didn't even see the play that happened. I just noticed an announcer said something that Luka was holding his back hamstring. And
that's not good.
Limping. And now, as a Laker fan, it's like that meme where you're just like drenched in sweat. You're like, and not to mention, while you're watching this, while you're watching these two players like gimp around the court, Oklahoma City has a 30-point lead in the first half. They scored, I think it was almost 80 points in the first half. Like just caught on fire and we're just
seems like a lot.
Okay. This doesn't know. Anyways,
I know that 80 points is a lot of points.
They go to the half down by almost 40. You're like, there's no way they're coming back from this game. Surely you think Austin Reeves, Luka, they're out.
Mm-hmm.
No, sir, they're not. So they come out and they attempt to kind of like fight back a little bit. But I mean, the whole team was absolutely deflated. And I think JJ Redick was like trying to make them play through it. I don't really know what happened, but I mean, he's under a lot of heat because then a few minutes later, Luka goes into drive and he stops quickly and immediately grabs his hamstring and immediately lays down on the ground.
That's bad.
That was bad. And you could just see it on his body language, everything. Like he got up, he was mad. He knew we have seriously messed up. We have overcorrected here. And they get the MRI the next day and it's a grade 2 hamstring tear. The recovery time for that is 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, well, you're done, I guess.
5 games before the playoffs. They were on a run to secure the 3rd seed. They've currently just lost the 3rd seed. After Denver won, and then they lost to Dallas. And then you find out that I don't really understand yet. So they had Dallas Imaging do imaging on Reeves, and so no news came out that he was going to be out. And then you find out a little while later that they scanned the wrong area of his body.
That's what it is claimed. It is disputed by the Mavericks that is the case.
Have they finally come out and said something?
They said that is not true, that they scanned the correct portion of his body. They disputed the claim that they scanned the wrong portion.
So how did they not? I got to look into this.
I think this is a developing story.
I've been just so devastated because now Austin Reeves is also out 4 to 6 weeks.
Yep.
5 games before the playoffs.
Yeah. Tough bounce.
I didn't think that the Lakers had it in them to go all the way. If they ran into San Antonio, that's it, lights out. They ran into OKC, that's it, lights out. And the West is going through those 2 teams. So I didn't think they were going to win a championship, but it does suck to know that you're looking at a first-round exit. You've now asked a 41-year-old LeBron James to be your number 1. He shows that he can kind of do it. He did it with Dallas a little bit, but he doesn't have the supporting cast around him. And it really just highlighted all of the Laker roster flaws that Luka Doncic has been covering up by his insane play over the last 2 months. He's only like the 3rd player to score 600 points in a month. Like, dude was absolutely going bananas, just going off. And
so many points.
Yeah, dude, he was dropping consistently like 40-point bombs. Like, I was like, this guy's like a 2K player at this point. Like, what are we doing here? And it just sucks because like I was looking forward to at least seeing, because when Dallas made that run to the finals, it was on the back of Luka coming back from an injury. And Luka definitely, you can tell during the regular season, there's some games where Luka just he's not interested in the game anymore. He's like, oh, yeah, whatever, dude. Like, I don't really care. Like, the competitive edge isn't there. And Luka is somebody, like, because he's so good that he needs, like, a real challenge. And if it's not, like, it just feels like if it's not something that is challenging or enticing competitively.
I hate that mentality, but yeah, anyway.
I do too, but I mean, because I want to win everything. I don't let my kids win Uno.
No. Destroy them.
Yeah. Wow. So I understand what you're saying, but you can just see it on Luka. There's just times where he just looks like he's not interested. And JJ Redick has said it throughout the season, like Luka gets bored out there sometimes. And so like, that's crazy to me. But
so best case scenario.
But I mean,
he's
like,
out,
think about it
out
offensively. Like, think about it offensively, where you can literally score anytime you want. It doesn't matter. I can score literally whenever I want.
Yeah.
I know the game that well. Luka's not crazy thing is Luka's not a fast player. He makes people slow down to his pace. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Because he plays slow.
Yeah.
He plays so slow. Everybody's like, he's jerky and fat. No, he's not. He just makes defenders slow down. It's weird. It's because they're so afraid of, is he going to pass it? Is he going to drive? Is he going to pull a jump shot? I don't know what he's going to do. I don't think he knows what he's going to do at the time. But
so best case scenario, they have to make it past the first round for him to have any shot of returning.
Any shot. Yeah. I mean, he went over to, they said there was a report. He's in Europe getting special treatment, which I think he's just at home sitting on the couch. I think he was like, hey, I'm just going to get my offseason started and head home.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have my time to talk about Stanley Cup playoffs preview? We're so close. We're going to need to do brackets here for both the NBA playoffs and the NHL playoffs.
Yeah.
Especially since last year was a direct tie with both of us competing against each other in sports that we know nothing about.
Yeah.
But with the NHL season, we almost have all the playoff teams locked up. A couple of the big stories. The Buffalo State Sabres have broken the longest playoff drought in the 4 major professional sports. The last time they were in the playoffs was 2012. It's been 14 years, but the Sabres will be playing playoff hockey this year, and I am so excited to see the city of Buffalo get to bring the same psychopath energy that they've brought to the Bills the last couple of years back to the Sabres. Because when the Sabres pack the barn, it's a insane atmosphere. Imagine all of Bills Mafia, but inside of a smaller building that has a roof on top of it.
Yeah, that sounds terrifying.
Yeah, you should be scared. Now, fun fact for you. Who now has the longest drought in the 4 major professional sports?
I'm going to say...
Football team.
I know it is. I really want to say it's the Jets, but it might be the Raiders.
It's the New York Jets.
Oh, because the Raiders went in 2021.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Jets are now... I don't know how that happened.
Like the Jets heard you.
The Jets, they're in the wall.
They're like, don't tell people. Nobody's released the stat yet. Oh, man, that's hilarious. That whole thing just came up.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
In there. Okay, so congrats to the Sabres.
Yeah.
Also, a couple teams still fighting for a spot. The Red Wings have been in a playoff spot all year. They're on the verge of falling out at the last moment. The Penguins, who everyone wrote off, including myself, are in second place in the Metro. They're probably going to make it. And right now, if the playoffs started today, they'd be playing against the Flyers, so it'd be an inner Pennsylvania battle.
Yeah.
Last time that happened was like 2013, and it was intense. I remember the memes being flung. The Flyers had pictures of Sidney Crosby taped up to the inside of every urinal in the Flyers rink. And yeah, it was not pretty, but great if you're not a fan of either of those, or great if you are a fan of those teams. I love those big rivalries. The Golden Knights, we were at 2 games in Vegas, right? Glass side seats. It was incredible. They lost to the Oilers in overtime. You're like, that's sad. Good news, they're playing the Capitals. The Capitals are done. They're not even in a playoff spot. They lost to the Capitals in a shootout. And while we're at the airport, the Golden Knights fire their head coach with 8 games left. So that one might be on us.
Yeah.
They bring in John Tortorella, who you don't know, but very polarizing figure in hockey. They've now won their last 3 games. They're undefeated with him as head coach. So it had the exact intended effect as what management was hoping. And then the Islanders, not to be outdone, fall out of a playoff spot, fire Patrick Waugh, and bring in Pete DeBoer, another very polarizing coach that's been in the unemployment line for all season long. So we'll see if they get the same bump. The West, the Pacific Division, is one of the most pathetic divisions that I've seen in a long time. For reference, the New Jersey Devils, who are the 4th worst team in the East, would be in a wild card spot right now if they played in the West. It's just such a have and have not division or conference right now. And the Central are where the Giants are. You got the Avs, first place in the Central, about to lock up the number 1 seed for the conference. You got the Stars, who I hate. The Avs beat 2-0 in regulation. It was awesome. They're going to have to play the Wild. Those 2 teams have been neck and neck all season. And if the NHL just seeded their playoffs 1 through 8 like a normal league, they'd meet in the second round or the third round. Instead, one of them's going to get knocked out in the first round, which is a gut punch. The Wild haven't made it past the first round in like 16 years or something, or ever. I don't know. They made it past once in the early 2000s. It's been forever. They always get knocked out in the first round. Yeah. And they have to play one of the best teams in the league in the Stars first round, which stinks. But I'd love if the Stars lost because I hate the Stars. and it is just an absolute toss-up for who's going to sneak in. Like the Kings and the Preds played yesterday. They were tied in points. That went to a shootout, so the Kings are like 1 point ahead. The Sharks are 2 points behind. The Jets are 3 points behind. It could be any of 4 teams sneaking in to the last wild card spot just to get pumped by the Avs in the first round. I guess also congrats to the Mammoth. They are getting ready to play playoff hockey. They only got to hang on for 6 more games. They're in the first wild card spot, and that'd be pretty cool. Second-year team getting to play in the playoffs. So shout out Utah. Football news now, I think.
Yeah.
And by football news, I mostly mean Raiders news because we haven't had the chance to talk about this. So this is old news at this point.
The very old news.
But we have to say something. I mean, we haven't.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's a lot of NFL news. But
let's talk about the masterclass by the Baltimore Ravens.
The masterclass. I mean, it's a crazy situation. So if you're living under a rock, then you wouldn't have heard this already. But essentially, the Raiders traded Maxx Crosby
finally
for 2 first-round picks to the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, okay, decent trade.
Yeah, they got the number 14 pick and then their next year first-round pick.
Nice.
And the Ravens haven't traded a first-round pick ever, so it was pretty. It was historic. It was all of these things. What
happened?
The day before the league year officially starts, Maxx Crosby flies to Baltimore.
He's in the Ravens training facility.
In the Ravens training facility. Mind you, per Maxx Crosby was in the facility for 5 hours before he's seen the GM or the head coach. Finally, in what is literally his final hour, he doesn't know it yet, but he's a dead man walking. Goes and meets with them, and they essentially tell him, hey, the doctors have some concerns. We're going to try to figure this out. Just go back to your hotel, and we'll be in touch soon. I don't know what this is going to look like. And some of this is I watched Crosby's podcast, and he went on a 45-minute rant and broke down literally step by step everything that happened. He goes back to his hotel. He's at his hotel. He's calling the doctor. He's the dude that did his surgery. The guy was saying, essentially x-rays at this point in time can be very misleading because your knee is still recovering. There's no way to really tell at this point what the longevity of your knee is going to be because you just had surgery, but you are currently ahead of schedule.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, and so Max is like, "Oh, dude, thank you."
So
and he Max says he showed him graphs and studies and all kinds of stuff. So Max was like, "Oh, okay, we're just dotting some T's and crossing some I's."
I'd like to interject.
Yeah.
And then, while Maxx Crosby was with the doctor, Trey Henderson became available from the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
And we can only speculate, but
we cannot speculate. We cannot only speculate because it has came out that the day that Maxx Crosby was in the building, they were working on a deal with Trey Hendrickson.
Wow. So what did they trade to get Trey Hendrickson? That'd be a crazy one-two punch.
What's wild is that they didn't have to trade anything and they could pay him less money.
Oh, because he's a free agent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because,
so hang on.
Because
we've got option A and option B. Option A, trade for Maxx Crosby, lose 2 first-round picks, and pay him what he's making right now. Or
which he's on a team-friendly deal.
Team-friendly deal. But here's option B, Brian. Pay 0 draft picks and pay a player less money for a guy that plays the same position and is pretty good. Which option would you take?
Yeah, I'm going to take option B.
And what did the Ravens do? They said, actually, psych, we never made that trade. We never did that. What?
I loved the Raiders announcement.
That's crazy.
I loved the Raiders announcement because it was it wasn't the Ravens have rescinded the trade. It wasn't anything professional. It was literally the Ravens have backed out of the trade for Maxx Crosby. We have no comment at this time.
Did you see all the "we have no further comment at this time" memes going around? That was awesome.
Yeah, and it was crazy because it set the league on fire because there was a couple different things that had happened as far as Dallas going out and making a different trade, because Dallas was on the cusp of getting Maxx Crosby, and then the Ravens swooped in at the last minute and offered the 2 first rounds and got him. They were gonna send a first and a second, and I think a player, and so then they pivoted and got Rashawn Gary, who used to be very good and still has something left in the tank, but he's no Maxx Crosby. And there was a couple other teams that were interested, that it just kind of blew up this entire thing. And as a fan, talk about a whirlwind, because Maxx Crosby is my favorite player in the league. Hands down. He's a person in recovery. I respect that he wears it on his sleeve. He doesn't try to hide it. I love that people are in this day and age recovering out loud. All of those things. I love what he stands for. He's a competitor. He wants to win. He says, I don't care if I need surgery on my knee. Like, I want to be out there with my team. Like, I appreciate a guy like that. Maxx Crosby, you're my dog. So when they traded him, I knew in my heart, I've said on this podcast, they should trade him.
Mm-hmm.
But when it
made
happened,
your peace with that.
But when it happened, I was like, man, this sucks, dude. We just lost Maxx Crosby. Felt very Khalil Mack-esque, right? And I was just, oh man, I was gutted. I knew it was happening. I was happy with the compensation they got. And then I got over that, accepted it, and then it was like, psych, he's coming back. And you look at it and you're like, I was at a point that I was like, no. We just spent like $70 million in free agency. No.
Yes.
And we weren't done. We were not done.
Counterpoint. Yes. Now, that sounds very sad, Brian. Can you imagine, though, being the Ravens fan that said, if we trade for Maxx Crosby, I'll shave my head. You post a picture on social media with you having shaved your head, and like an hour later, the Ravens say, hey, actually, we didn't trade for Maxx Crosby. You hallucinated that. You're actually the problem.
You are the problem.
Yeah.
Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff, man. I never, it was a wild turn of events. I've kind of come to accept it. I think Maxx Crosby plays this year. He plays with a chip on his shoulder. He goes out, he puts up like 11 to 13 sacks.
The NFL, they have to schedule Ravens,
that would be
right?
crazy.
You have
I don't
to
think we're
schedule.
playing that division.
Please find a way. Find a way to make it happen.
Yeah.
Hey, guess who visited the Raiders today also in Raiders news?
Fernando. There was something in the air tonight. Na, 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 na. Fernando. Hey, Dan Orlovsky, you're stupid.
The ABBA memes are going to be awesome.
Yeah,
I
mean,
ABBA.
I love Dan Orlovsky. He has been a really great analyst, and he's been a really good QB analyst. I mean, he called Jaden Daniels. He called Jackson Dart last year. But I feel like this is a reach. I understand. And here's what I think it is Ty Simpson is like the hotter pick. Fernando Mendoza is not that guy that's just like light the world on fire.
No, but he's the
stability that you need.
Yes.
And it's insane that you would think anything else.
You're the Raiders. You need a culture guy.
You need a culture guy. You need a guy that
is the culture guy.
You need a guy that when he walks out of the building, you're not worried about where he's going. Yeah, man, you need that guy in the building. And I think when you look at what was it, Daniel Jeremiah said, I think where the prediction is wrong is you can't overanalyze a guy based on what he wasn't asked to do. Because that's Dan Orlovsky's big thing is in comparison to what Ty Simpson's asked to do and Fernando Mendoza's asked to do, Ty Simpson is more ready, more polished, and looks like an NFL quarterback. But if you look at the way that Fernando just absolutely shredded Alabama in that Rose Bowl game, Are you kidding me?
That was a great game. My heater was out, so I was huddled on the couch like for warmth
Yeah.
with my wife and both cats.
Yeah.
Definitely a moment
Yeah, I
I'll
was
never
texting
forget.
you. I was like, that's my quarterback.
And I'm like, wow, this football game sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. It does
Indiana's
suck.
really taking it to Alabama. Please fix my furnace.
Dude, his red zone percentages, like he makes the right play. I mean, Fernando's not a guy that I'm like, oh my gosh.
If you're a
you have
Raiders
to
fan
have-
and if you had the power to make the NFL draft tomorrow,
Yeah.
you should. Because
and run in the pick.
every day,
Run in the pick. Dude,
like,
hey,
the
league,
clock
we're
is
letting
now
you
on.
know.
Like, Fernando Mendoza.
That's
Fernando
it.
Mendoza. Don't take any time to think about it.
Yeah.
The longer you have to think about it, the more likely it is that you mess this up.
For sure. And I don't think that they're going to. Like every sign points to it. They have Fernando Mendoza working out with what's his name? I can't remember. Something greasy. Anyways, but he's essentially what Daniel Jeremiah reported is he's installing the Las Vegas Raiders playbook. So he's getting a head start on it. They went out, they signed Kirko Chains yesterday, which everybody's like freaking out about because it's like a 5-year, $100 and some million deal, but they're really paying him $1.8 million this year. And the Falcons are paying him the rest.
Yeah, nice.
And then they have a couple team options. So like it's really a 1-year deal and he's going to get $20 million. And so you're just going to see Fernando change and Kirko change just living it up, dude. I'm excited. It is a really scary. I told you this the other week. Like it's a really scary place to be as a Raider fan, to watch your team, what looks like on paper, competent decisions. But you're like, this is the Raiders.
Well, they tried to make a competent decision with Maxx Crosby, and look how that turned out.
Literally,
So.
dude. Literally. So I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Pretty wild.
All right. Good wrap up. Next week, surely we're going to get to record 2 weeks in a row. And
Yeah, I doubt it. But
NHL
Hold on.
playoffs.
I wanted to ask you about Kyler Murray.
Oh,
Do you think JJ McCarthy's done? And do you like Kyler Murray in Minnesota?
no. I don't like Kyler Murray in Minnesota. I don't even necessarily
I think
like
you just-
JJ McCarthy in
I think
Minnesota.
you just signed
but
the same guy.
Hey, Vikings, you know who you could have had? The greatest ever quarterback
The
of the
greatest
U.S.,
ever.
Sam Darnold, Super Bowl champion. And you mess that up, and I think you should just contract the franchise. Like,
It's a pretty big miss. Dude.
Like,
it's a pretty big miss.
It's
Pretty big
crazy.
whiff.
It's crazy, like the butterfly effect. Like you let Sam Darnold go, and 2 years later, like, wow, Kyler Murray is now your starting quarterback.
Even Daniel Jones went out and went to, like, obviously it didn't end well, but he lit the league on fire there
Yeah.
for the first 8 weeks of the season.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And if you're Minnesota, you're sitting there like, we just let both of these guys walk out our building.
Yeah.
And I got this young kid, alter ego 9, sitting in my locker room like he just did a gang of steroids. And it's like, that's where we're at.
Yeah. Shout out also Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah. What about Tua? Oh,
Man, that is fascinating.
That is fascinating.
I think he just needs to retire.
Kevin
Man,
Stefanski, I think.
and what
get it out
about
of him.
Puka?
Puka in rehab?
Bro,
Tiger Woods just posted he went to rehab too.
Bro.
It's been a crazy offseason.
There's so much happening.
There's so much.
Anyway, we've talked for like an hour.
An
Ozzy's
hour,
gonna
yeah.
have a
Hate
bad
us,
time tomorrow.
yeah.
So even when we're rooting against each other, sports still bring us together. We'll see you next time on To the House.